Yo, hey guys, Weeks here. I wanted to bring you guys an updated speed ore farm video. A couple things have changed in the Pyramid of Prophecy from the Battlements patch. So the big change was Markham Stone. Markham Stone used to be a 1% ore gain per item in your inventory, and now it has been bumped up to 2% ore gain per item in your inventory. So when you tune it, you get 4%. So what that means is before we were using pickaxe, and attuning it gives you 100% extra. But the break even between these two items is 20 items in your inventory. So you can actually start getting better ore gain just by switching your starting item. Everything else will remain pretty much the same. We'll kind of show that off. We're gonna roll the shop and get an old map. We already have old map here, so we'll just go ahead and buy that now. You can buy a couple keys just in case you run into some chests, because technically every chest and item you pick up will be an extra 4% ore gain. We're going to use the same drinks, additional ore gain. So yeah, 100% plus ore gain and Smelly Old Man, just for the extra base mana regen. If you have your sorcerer higher, you don't need to use that drink at all. You can also use any additional drinks, but it kind of cuts into your overall cost. So we're trying to keep this cost as low as possible and as accessible as possible for everyone. So Markham Stone, we're going to go and craft this. This is 20 ore we've invested in this run. Your character has 7 items, which is another new thing. You used to start with only 6 items, now we start with 7. So we're already looking at 228 ore gain. Before in Battlements we were starting with 300%. We're not at 300% yet because we just need some more items. But as we kill the cube, we will surpass the 300% pretty quickly. So let me actually convert my ore, or my gold, into ore so we don't get taxed. Another thing to note is every 800 gold equals 1 ore at max town. So once you get your town maxed, you will basically want a combination of ore and gold, because in this run, if we pick up gold, then it will also be able to be converted to ore. So that'll be very nice. Good fountain stuff for this run is going to be general traps, topple tower, safe corridors. We're just going to make it as safe as possible. Plentiful gifts. We would like the imp to give us either ore or gold. That would be very nice. Let's see, we don't really care about too much of this. We'll go for monoliths just so we can get gold fever. Every now and then you'll find it and it'll give you a little extra bonus. Then we're also going to go demolish spawners and treasure hunt. I think the additional treasure rooms will give us more rooms with chests. Well, it definitely will give us more rooms with chests, but I think a lot of rooms with chests have ore in them. So we're turning that on. You can also turn on offshore account just to get even more tax reduction at the end. Also, we don't care about lousy consumables, so we're going to turn that off. If you're really worried, don't turn on like any extra enemies or spicy potions. But this is where you can kind of play around with it. You shouldn't be taking long enough to even see relentless threats. You can decide if you want to use the elevator or not. I will show you where you will deposit if you feel like you can't beat Thundersnow. Maybe you only have an NG1 character and you're trying to do this. Just leave Minor Strike disabled and you'll just be able to deposit before the dragon. I don't care about the movement speed of the enemies. I don't care about drinking potions. I don't care about secrets. I don't care about public holiday. Really don't even care about enemies dropping any loot. We're only going to be killing one boss, which drops 1 to 2 items, so that's 8% ore gain there. So I would say empty pockets or minor strike. We don't really need minor strike, so we're going to do it like this, just so we have an even. You can mess around with this as much as you want. Like, you can go pretty crazy and just enable all of this stuff to get as much ore gain as possible, or as much gold gain as possible that you can later convert into ore if you feel like your character can handle it. So we can do one like that where we get an extra 125%, but I kind of want to make it as realistic as possible. So let's just do like a 0. So we can kind of show you what you can expect if you're on like the low end of this farm. Traps, spicy potions. All right, so that's a perfect 0. Put it on NG+0 for our old map. We're currently at 228 ore gain. And the playstyle is just going to be rushing to the portal. You may see some ore on the map and you may feel tempted to go after it, but it's better to just grab your items and go further into the acts, because you're going to get the majority of the ore in Act 5 and battlements. So now that we've done 2 portals, we should be at the break-even point for ore. So yeah, now we're at 292. 2 more items will bring us to where we were with the pickaxe at the start, and we still have 2 more portals to go through. So we're going to surpass our previous farm just by doing the Markham Stone instead of the pickaxe. And the map's just there to make it faster. You can technically start without the map, but I don't think it's worth the time loss of having to explore all the different levels. You could just spend a little bit of gold and do the farm, spend a little more, do the farm again, instead of having to stop and do everything. So yeah, I'm not even worried about these chests. We'll just pick up some diamonds. It's nice to see an imp. Unfortunately, it gave us experience. It could have been, you know, some amount of ore, which would have been nice. Just gonna go after gold and maybe some diamonds. Or sorry, ore and maybe some diamonds. And just keep charging. Because yeah, every 800 gold is an extra ore at the end, depending on how much we bring back to town. See a monolith, I'll pick it up just in case it's gold fever. It is not, but sometimes it will be. That'll give you a little extra bump in ore at the end of the run. It's okay to leave diamonds behind. I just wouldn't leave ore behind. So now we're in the place where we're going to find most of the money, most of the ore. So since the chest is conveniently there, that's what our keys are for. It just gives us an extra couple of ore gain. It's not really needed. You don't have to buy keys if you just want to save the extra gold. I definitely want to get gold ore. Get gold ore there, because they're worth so much more than the rest of, or not gold ore, gold diamonds. They're worth so much more. But if a place doesn't have ore, I'm just going to kind of ignore it and just progress through. Unless I'm right there anyway. Is there ore on that side? There's a bunch of diamonds. No ore. That's a lot of diamonds though. We'll go this way. We also have basically the max amount of items we're going to have at this point. So our ore gain is 368, which is only 68 higher than it used to be with the pickaxe. So the old farm isn't bad by any means, it's just this is more efficient. And if you were able to bump it up to NG+0, you would have the 400% and you'd be guaranteed, you know, more ore each time instead of just the percentage. So we turned on glass walks so we don't have to do the drawbridges, just to go a little faster. And there's just a lot of diamonds and ore all next to each other in this part of battlements. Hoping for another imp, but it doesn't look like we're gonna find one. We'll go over here just to proc him if he's over there. And yeah, that's pretty much the run. Currently at 163 ore and 109. We could deposit if we needed to. I don't need to. So on future runs, I would just turn off the miner's deposit. Oh, let's see, our Indian ore gain was 368, 109 with 163. Let's see how much we bring to town. Oh, and let's see how long it took. So how long did it take? It took 5 minutes. So 5 minutes, we gained the 168 ore and 95k gold, which you can convert. So 95 divided by 800 would be an additional 118 ore. So we got around 300 ore that run, 300 ore every 5 minutes. Pretty good. And sometimes you'll find pickaxe, sometimes you'll find the money monolith, sometimes imp will give you gold or more ore, and that's going to skew your numbers a little more. So this is kind of like the low end of what you can get. You can also adjust the gold value in the fountain just by messing around with the positive and negatives, whatever you can handle. And you're going to get tons of ore per hour if you can do this per hour. I would say it probably takes like a minute to 2 minutes for setup, and then as you saw, it takes about 5 minutes to do the whole run with my current character. So you can get in, what is that, like 11 or 12 runs an hour, and that is what, 300 times 12, getting like pretty good ore gain per hour. 300 times 12 be 3,600 ore per hour, which would be good for like a new player. It's only NG+0. I know veteran players are just going to actually play the tower on their character, and they're just going to find a lot of ore because they're playing on really high NG, and they can do their NG levels for their progression runs, and they just find so much more ore that way. But newer players that are trying to fill out the town and just get their statues up, or if you're just kind of chilling, looking for something to do, this might be the farm for you. So anyway, hope everybody enjoyed this updated ore speed farm video. And let me know if you guys have any questions, comments, or anything we can maybe do to make it more efficient. Also, if you have any ideas for any other videos that you want to see, just let me know down below in the comments. And thanks everybody for the subscriptions, and I will see you guys next time.